All right, guys, we are here. Caps is doing some work. Bargo's down low. Well, he's probably not actually down low because I was right last week actually. Five for
Yeah,
talking.
there was only two of
Episode
us.
17,294. Um.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about anything else except for. Actually, I want to talk about a lot of things. I like your cup. Go.
Ooh, fancy
Go
that.
Italy. Uh, the Leafs. You distracted me, okay, with your fancy cup here. This is not a sponsor, but I will take a sponsorship. Um, the Leafs made a trade with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sammy Kapanen's son. I really wanted to call him Sammy Kapanen. That's why I had to say that. Uh, don't remember his first name. Kapanen.
Kasperi.
Kasperi. I wanted to call him Nico. Traded to the Penguins. In return from the Penguins. Actually, I don't even want to talk about in return. Before we talk, should we talk about in return? We'll talk about in return. Okay, so Kapanen, Lindgren, who's Bargo's boy, and Pontus Aberg, who's like a decent guy, for a first-round pick, Evan Rodriguez, Hollander, and Warsofsky. Okay, so two things actually I want to touch on before we talk about this. First thing is I want to say I freaking called it on the dump. Second of all, I want to say that it was going to be a salary dump before we even did it and that they were going to get the first-round pick. But I also want to point out that Caps immediately said the next thing that's going to happen is Johnson and Anderson. And the next day there was a post, Johnson and Anderson on the block. So, psychic,
I got the inside scoop, man.
He's got the inside scoop. He's scooping.
Yeah.
He worked at an ice cream store. Baskin Robbins, 1967 flavors. Okay. Talk about it.
Well, they needed a first-round draft pick. That's
I agree.
a given. As of right now, I don't think it's necessarily a salary dump because, Evan Rodriguez is making $2 million a year, but he's going to be a restricted free agent. So I'm assuming that they want to sign him for less and, see what happens after that. But I think the whole point of it was to get rid of Kasperi Kapanen's contract, but also in return to get a first rounder for the next draft. And yes, I feel strongly about Janssen and Anderson be going next because let's face it, they need to free up some money in order to get a high-end defenseman back in return.
Bargo?
I don't necessarily like it at all. I would have rather seen Johnson dumped, Kerfoot dumped, and I don't really give a shit about Anderson.
Oh.
So, Kasperi Kapanen for the Leafs, he plays in every single moment of the game. PK, PP.
I got a PP right now.
Yeah, like he plays on. Well, okay, he plays on every single scenario in the game, and he's one of our best penalty killers. Not to mention how many breakaways and opportunities he had on the PK. Johnson, on the other hand, I don't even know what to say about him.
Okay, well,
he can leave.
I think the point of it was that with how the team looks right now, I don't think it's financially a good idea or even no point at all to have two individuals, three actually, making $3 million each playing on your third line. I understand what they do in terms of penalty killing and all that, but just the fact is that why even bother? Like, what your actual
Johnson
needs
plays on
are?
the first or second line.
okay, well, hold on. Let me touch on that.
Yeah, when Mikheyev was injured, yeah.
Let me touch on that. Well, before I even get a chance to talk about anything, okay? So I disagree with you on that, but that's only because the way the Leafs are structured, most teams don't have three $10 million players. So you would want to fill out your first three lines with solid players. And if everyone in your first three lines cost you $3 to $5 million, you'd have a perfect fucking team. Sorry, I swore, but that's just the way she goes. But I do agree with you that they needed to move the cap. I'm not necessarily upset about them having that on the third line, but I understand why you said it and where you were going, and I'm okay with them leaving. Anderson, I think, I know this has nothing to do with the trade. I think he's a really good goalie. I think he's one of the best goalies in the NHL. The problem with him, like you said, is when this contract's up, he's going to want big money, not even like $1 million more. This guy's going to want $9 million
because he probably plays the most games out of every goalie.
And he's already at an age right now where to pay a goalie like him $8 to $9 million on like a 5-year contract, by the end of that contract, he's not going to be good anymore. And you're still going to be paying him $9 million. He'll be like 35, 36. And I don't know. In this trade, I think it was good. I really want to see Johnson get traded. I really want to see Anderson get traded. Not in a bad way, but I feel like the list of goalies we went through, remember we were talking about it, there's like 9 free agent goalies that are starting goalies coming up this year. And you can get all of them cheaper than Anderson. Even if you pay $6 million, which is like, what, 0.5 more than he makes now? I think he makes 5.5.
He makes 5 on the dot, yeah.
You're still, even for 6, you'll still get a really good goalie out of this. And in that trade, they're going to definitely cut that guy, the $2 million Rodriguez. And the other guy they got, I think it's Hallander, is in their top 3 prospects in the Pittsburgh system. Mm-hmm. So on top of that, you got a first-round pick, which is huge because this year's draft is subtly deep. It's really like no one even realizes how deep it is. Like there's second-round guys that are going to be top line forwards.
And I don't remember who messaged who put this message out, but it might have been Bargo. There's a defenseman that's like 6'3".
He's projected to go 15th overall, Braden Guel. I'm not saying the last name right.
Everyone's putting him in that round.
And correct me if I'm wrong. He's right-handed, is he not?
No, I believe he's left.
Is he left?
I
didn't check that, but everybody has him projected to go 13th to 17th, so that's pretty solid at what the Leafs need. And I told you guys, if in this draft, if I'm the Leafs, I do not draft one single forward. I draft all defensemen and all goalies, and whatever happens.
Forwards, man.
I know they are, but forget it. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm not upset. Maybe they're going to package that first-round pick with Johnson and move up into the top 10. Because there's 3 defensemen that are going to go top 10, and they're all good. They're all real good.
Oh, there you go, man. I don't really think this deal might have happened if the cap would have went up. I think it was just
I agree with
money
you.
thing. Like because of the cap that is going to be staying the same for the next couple of years, the Leafs going to have to do something and move some big contracts out just to make some room. And I think we can all agree, and I know we want to see maybe 1 or 2 of these guys out, but I just don't think it's going to happen for the next couple of years. They're going to keep those big money contracts, and they're going to move out these small little guys just to get some people in. You have Robertson coming up. I mean, you got some guys in the system that can fill out some of those roles, and I'm pretty sure they're going to re-sign Spezza back to a cheap contract. I think they're going to be all right, man. They're going to get a big-time defenseman. They freed up about just over $7 million of their cap.
Listen,
as of right now, without even moving out Anderson or Johnson.
In the end,
Next
between the 3 of us, can the 3 of us just agree that after this trade, no, not tank. After this trade, I'm not upset by it at all.
No, I'm not really upset by this trade.
For me to be okay with it, that first-round pick better be someone that's going to make a difference.
If they don't pick a defenseman, I will be upset.
Because Holland, honestly, top 3 prospect in Pittsburgh system.
Well, he's not ready to play yet.
They've been drafting in like 20 to 30 range. He's not, to my opinion, in Pittsburgh system for him to be a top 3. I'm not impressed.
But this is,
and I also looked at his stats. They're not impressive.
Okay, yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You got to look at it like this: the Leafs gave up, are getting rid of salary, and they're getting back a first-round pick and a top prospect. To me, that's a win-win. And I'm not happy.
He's not a top prospect. He's a top prospect in Pittsburgh.
That's fine. But you're getting a piece. You could have ended up just getting that first-round pick. Look at the debacles they made in the stupid Marlowe trade, in the Kessel trades. They've done nothing but bad trades. This trade looks, to me, if I'm just for Leafs Nation in general, I don't think this trade is upsetting. That's my point. You can like it or not like it, but in the end of the day, this is not an upsetting trade.
Yeah, but remember, at the end of the day, that Marlowe trade was necessary.
100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Even though it was a bad trade, it was necessary. So I think he's forgiven for that.
But that's fine. But I'm just saying, am I wrong or right? At the end of the day, this is not an upsetting trade. Like it or love it.
I think it's another necessary trade.
Just let's get off Leafs for a bit.
Engvall's got to go.
Yeah.
$2 million for a shitty player.
He's one of the guys that's on the
No
list.
one's gonna take him for $2 million. He's trash.
Yeah, I know.
He's trash.
And forget about him, okay? I'm taking this away. I'm taking control. No more friggin' Leafs. Congratulations, Caps, on destroying us in the first round of the playoff bracket.
Did I?
Well, thanks for watching our episode last week.
We should break it down number-wise and see where we're all at.
Well, I can't do it right now. I don't have time for this. But congratulations. I'm pretty sure that Caps, it's like, if I had to take a random guess, it's 5 for him, 4 for you, and 3 for me.
5.
Yeah, he got
Vancouver and Calgary right.
Yeah, and then he got the whole East right. Well, everything we got right in the East, he got right too.
So how is he 5 ahead then?
Because you got one West right that none of us got.
I lost with Calgary. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyways,
forget it. Sorry, Vancouver, you won with.
We'll get. That's what I'm saying. He has one more than you, and you have one more than me. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, we'll figure that out. This is not a discussion for now. First round's over. Second round starting. Or it has started. Tampa Bay won today, so it's 3-1 Tampa Bay. So everyone who doubted us, because there were doubters, our own friends, on the picking Tampa Bay over Boston, because
it's Leaf fans. They're scared of Boston.
Yeah,
that's
like
why.
get out.
I understand. I had the same feeling when I made my pick.
Also, I'm gonna just say, New York Islanders, good on ya. They look very fancy.
Isn't the series 1-1?
Yeah, but they played really well in the first game. And in the second game was close.
Philly played really well in the second game.
Yeah. Tampa Bay's
Where the hell did Philly come from, man? You know what I mean? Where the hell did Philly come from, man?
The funny part is they're riding a hot goalie, man.
They've been
man.
Okay,
but
goalie.
They're playing well in front of them. I give you that.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, they're
100%.
That's crazy, man. But good on them, man. Good on them.
Dallas.
When you look at their roster,
Dallas finally got over the hump.
But Dallas, another team. When we looked at their roster, we expected them to be good. Philadelphia, roster-wise, should be better than the Islanders. But the Islanders with that team are playing really well. They're like the team. They're like Islanders, the Highlanders. Sorry.
See. Here's the thing. Hard. Here's the thing. You guys are all saying the same thing. They are good teams.
Yeah, remember we had this talk? I feel like we talked about this.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you want to get off that, but like it's just like they're. Like, you know who scares me? Vancouver. And I'll say that because they're still young, and they still have a ways to go. And a lot of these guys were, like, brought together, like, for the first time this year. Like, Tyler Myers.
Can they keep Markstrom in the offseason?
It's like,
yes, I think they will.
They probably have the space to sign him to more or less whatever he wants.
I think he might even actually take a pay cut just to stay.
They're going to run into Leafs territory. When Pettersson, Besser, and Quinn Hughes all have to get re-signed, and then Markstrom, they're going to be exactly the same. Maybe a little bit less, but that team, what he's saying is so right. They play like a team.
I feel like any team will make better signings than we've made, so I don't think they'll run into that much of an issue.
No, they're gonna run money.
They're not going to take $10 million. Patterson won't take $10 million.
Pettersson is going to get in the $9 million, $10 million range.
Well, he's a lot better than Marner,
7 to 8. He's a really good player. Brock Besser's going to get 6, 7, 8, and Markstrom's going to get 6 probably, and then
he's at 4 right now.
If Quinn Hughes keeps playing the way he's playing, he's going to get 7 million.
He's going to get a fat contract too, man.
Like, what happened to Jack Hughes? This guy came in first overall pick, and his brother, I swear, Quinn Hughes was drafted like 10th. He's a beast on defense.
Maybe it's the system. Maybe it's where he fits. It's about coaching.
You know what?
Chemistry.
I wanted to talk about this. Can I
many
bring
different
this up?
Aspects.
I want to bring this up.
We
always talk about New Jersey. In the offseason, the players that New Jersey brought in.
We thought they were going to be top dogs.
Okay, they brought in Subban. They brought in Gusev. They brought in Simmons. They brought in and they drafted Jack Hughes first overall. You got all those players? You didn't even make the playoffs.
At the time, they had Taylor Hall, eh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah, but he left the team and they started doing better.
Hey, Arizona, what's going on? Taking a lot of drugs out there?
Yeah.
We became legal?
Smoking the peyote at
no kidding.
Combines.
It's at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But I think like in terms of Vancouver's success, a lot of it has to be attributed to Travis Green's system.
I agree with you. We talked about this the other time. He's doing a really good job.
Nope. And they're just going to get better.
I think the Leafs need to bring in a player around his age or a former player around his age to at least be part of the coaching team, like assistant coach, something. They need more of that. And I think he brings a lot of experience from the game to the table, right?
Well, the rumor going around is that they're going to bring in Bruce Boudreau as an assistant coach.
It's not even true.
Okay, first of all, I would love that because we talked about this. We talked who should Seattle get as a coach, and 2 out of 3 picks were Bruce Boudreau, I'm pretty sure. And I made a good argument for him, did I not? Well, I would really like to see him on the Leafs. He's a player coach, and he adapts to the game. Sheldon Keefe has like a small bit of adapting, but like Babcock was like, you're going to play how I want, and that's it. You don't have a choice.
Sheldon Keefe is an AHL coach, man.
Just give him a break, okay?
No, I'm not giving anyone in the Leafs organization a break except for Shanahan.
I've had enough rants in the last 2 weeks between doing an episode with one of you and then another one of you about how much I just realized I don't like Kyle Dubas in the last 2 weeks. And I think he's the problem.
I think so too. They're talking about Sheldon Keefe. They fired an assistant coach. You're like, oh, it's different when you bring in your own staff. Like, that's going to win the playoffs. Yeah, thanks.
I think it goes as far as Shanahan.
Those are the boldest words that have ever been said on this channel, and I like it. I do and I don't.
I do and I don't.
I'm not upset. I'd never thought, to be honest with you, I always kind of have this in the back of my head, but I didn't want to be the one who said it. But thanks. Everyone's going to hate you now.
I mean, a lot of people are blaming Dubas, but at the end of the day, who's the one that chose Dubas over Lamoriello?
I don't think you should even – I'm not even saying Dubas get out the door. I mean, I did say that, but, I thought about it. Maybe you keep him as an assistant GM?
No, you put him in, the front office to, send you faxes on, Moneyball stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, you know what? He's got a couple more months to go. A few more months to go. Let's see what he does in these next few months. If he can bring in some top D.
I'll show you some top D.
Let's see what happens. That's inappropriate.
If they bring in a top D, they're gonna pay $7 million. They're gonna have no more cap space, and then there's your roster for the following week. No fourth line.
But seriously, when we're talking about the top D here, giving out the top D, I'm talking about double D, Drew Doughty,
Pietrangelo.
It's a little too much D there, right?
Okay, but I would if you bring in Pietrangelo, I've been such a doubter for this whole season of this show about it, and I'm starting more and more. He thumbs up me. I'm feeling it. Just Alex Pietrangelo, baby. Just let him put him on a Leaf jersey. Give him the C. Give Tavares a broom. Tell him there's a spill out back, and then lock the door. And that's the end.
It's a $10 million sweeper.
$10 million sweeper.
Jeez, man.
I got some Eurex for
the Zamboni and playing in that sometimes.
Got some Eurex for the sweeper.
Another thing too I was looking into is Seattle, the expansion draft. So the Leafs will be able to protect 7 forwards, 3D, and 1 goalie. Now, a lot of people are saying he's going to re-sign Gauthier, they're going to re-sign Marincin, and try to deal out one of them and a pick, like they did with Vegas kind of thing. Take this guy and
I believe you can't do that.
I believe it happened with Vegas because they had
they
17
changed the rules after Vegas.
Really? So
I'm pretty sure. I don't know 100%. I think
there's no point in even bringing in more players or more talented players because you can't even protect your core.
I don't have an opinion on this.
Hey, listen, you want my opinion for next year when this happens? Not next year, sorry, the year after. You're going to be shocked that the Leafs are going to protect Nick, whatever the hell, Robertson. They're going to protect.
No, he's under a contract. You don't have to protect him. He's under that. What is it? The beginning contracts. The 700.
Yeah, but by then it will be over.
Next year? No.
He'll be in year 3, and in year 3 is where you can re-sign them, just like the Leafs are doing. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. I want
I'm at
Seattle
a point
to
right
play.
now where I'm ready for failure. So it is what it is.
Well,
I'm at a point where I'm really fed up. So.
Well, you missed our fed up episode.
I don't really care what they do anymore.
That's all I have. Do you have anything?
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about the playoffs.
Well, hold on. That's episode 2 here, baby.
But you were getting into it, then you went back to the Leafs.
We got leafed out here. This is the Leafs Nation episode, apparently. Hashtag.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna
Bargo
wrap
was
it up
talking.
here.
Bargo was talking.
Get Bargo out of here. I want to mute him.
That's not nice.
Okay, Bargo, you got a final answer you want to throw in there?
No.
Come on. Throw it in. Throw it in.
No.
It's worthy.
No, it's not.
Throw me a bone.
It's not.
All right, you're mean.
Striking, man. Striking.
Okay, wrapping it up. End of the episode. We're going to film another one here for you about the playoffs. I guess this is a Leafs Nation episode up for now. Enjoy, like, subscribe, comment. Caps, tell them what they can do.
Only if Bargo tells them.
Are you going to tell them? I'll tell them. Subscribe!
Boom, 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 boom.
I was not expecting that.